Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to 215 Trades. Here today with the chef, and I will be looking to see if I can get some entries here today. XAU USD. All right. Now I'm going to be using the 215 technique. So without further ado, I'll basically begin to draw out my charts here, and I will dive right into it today. So please for sure let me know if my audio is perfectly fine, as well whether you're on TK or you're on YT. Big shout out to you. Good morning to you, Holly Green, and good morning to you as well, Benny. Hope you guys are having a lovely start. Yeah, the day started off a little bit rough for me, having some issues here with my prop broker in regards to payouts and stuff like that. But Nonetheless, here yet again. Okay, so today is Friday. It's the 18th as well. So it's the 18th of July. Yeah, it is the 18th of July, and it's also Friday. So it's the last trading day of the week. So let's see what we can have done here. Gold has been doing some crazy stuff over the last couple of days, and you guys have been killing it as well. So that is great and it's super as well. Remember as well, if you're just joining and if you haven't yet hit the like button, genuinely please just go ahead and do so. We don't have any likes over there on TikTok, so let's see if we can get those likes up to about 1,000 likes. I would really appreciate it. Also, for my viewers over there on YouTube, just go ahead and hit that like button here as well. So let's see what we can do today. It's 6:33 a.m. here in the UK. Let's see if we can begin to do the 215 zone for the 6:30 and see what we can do. Yep, I understand fully, Benny. Yeah, it's just like that. Chill yet electrifying. Wishing you success. Thank you so much for that, HKB. All right, so let's get right into it. Yeah, thank you, TikTok, for pushing on those likes already. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 1,000. Now, despite everything that's going outside, the weather outside here looks horrible, but let's get right into it. All right, so this was the 6:15 a.m. candle. This is on the 15-minute time frame, and this is the starting of the 6:30 candle. So right here, what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to put my point of interest at that 6:30 opening candle, because that's where I wanted to start, but I was a little bit behind. But so that's perfectly fine though. So that's going to be the point of interest. All right. Now, once I have that point of interest, I'm going to be measuring $2 below that. So the point of interest price here is at 337, okay, 337, and if I minus 2 from 337, I should be getting 335. Yeah, 335. Yeah, and I'm just going to round off the cents here. So that was 772, just to make it perfectly equal. And then this shall be my sell line, okay? Then above the point of interest, I'm basically going to be doing the reverse of that. So if that was at 337, right, if that was at 337, let's add $2 to it from that point, and it should get me to 39. All right, I'm still going to be running off the cents here as well at 772, and this should be my buy line. There it is. All right, good. Now, still on the 15-minute time frame, just need to identify my rejection areas. Just need to identify 15 pips below the point of interest, which is in alignment with these little, what you call them, support here on the 15-minute time frame over here on the left. No, it would be right. Yeah, on the right. So that's my 15-minute rejection line. Okay, just below that. Right there, doing the same thing on the above here as well. Come on, guys, TikTok, let's see if we can get those likes up to 1,000. It's my 15-minute rejection. Nice. Now I'm going to put my alerts. So I think this is my sell alert, if I'm not mistaken, from yesterday. Put my sell alert here, right? And I'm going to put my buy alert here as well on my buy line. All right, so that's good, and that's out of the way. Then, as you guys know, that in this little area here, in this lovely area here, this is going to be my 215 zone. Okay, this is my 215 zone, just like that. All right, good. So we have done the basics as well. All right, good morning, Mr. Evans. Thank you so much for showing up, my friend. Hope you are having a lovely day, my friend. All right, now almost at come on, guys, we're still at 300 likes. We need to get those likes up to 1,000 over there on TikTok. So just double tap that screen and see if we can get those likes up to 1,000 likes. We're genuinely appreciate it. All right, thank you, guys. All right, good. So this is the 15-minute time frame here. We have the 215 zone highlighted, and we also have the 15-minute rejections highlighted. So we're going to go to the higher time frames now, so I can identify my target areas as to where my take profits will be. Okay, so we have a 30-minute support just down here, which is about 30 pips away from that 15-minute rejection line. That's perfectly fine. So that this area here is going to be my 30-minute support right there, and I'm going to look on the reverse as well above the zone. We can clearly see in this area here, as we have two 30-minute resistance being formed right here in this little structure here. So I'm just going to highlight this area here, and this shall be called my 30-minute resistance. Then once I have done that, I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame here, looking at the 1 hour time frame, doing the same thing as well, just to identify the supports and resistance on the 1 hour time frame. So right here in this nice region here, as you can see, that looks clearly right there, that's going to be my 1 hour support here. All right, so that's going to be my 1 hour support here in that region, and then I am going to be doing it on the reverse here as well, looking for the 1 hour resistance. I can see that there is there's some here, close to here, yeah, and the reverse right there. So that I'm going to be putting this as my 1 hour resistance. All right, then look into the 4 hour to basically be my TP3. All right, almost at 1,000 likes, my friends. Come on, let's get those likes up. All right, so looking at the 4 hour time frame now, just to see what's going on here. Hold on. 4 hour time frame, looking for a 4 hour support. 4 hour support is just right beneath that 1 hour support, as you can see. So that's my 4 hour support, and then I go all the way to the top, look for a 4 hour resistance. Is massive 4 hour resistance is all the way there. Well, looking for one midway through all of that. I think the closest midway one could be in this area right here, at the tip of these wicks. Okay, that's it, and that's it. All right, good. So I have all my areas highlighted. I have my 4 hour support resistance, 1 hour support resistance, 30-minute support resistance highlighted, plus the 215 space as well, and alongside with the 15-minute rejection lines here as well. All right, so we have all of that highlighted. So I'm just going to dive down now to the 5-minute time frame, just to see the structures and what I would do when certain things happen here in the markets. Come on, guys, it's still not yet at 1,000 likes. Still not yet at 1,000 likes. So come on, let's see if we can get those likes up. Let's look at the daily time frame here as well. Okay. Daily look like it's just doing a little bit of a step in, so it's down, up, down, not breaking the lows, up. So the daily time frame does seem as if it wants to recover to maybe push a little bit higher here as well, looking at that. Because if you try to, let's say we try to add, you see that it's coming down, it's coming back up, it's coming down, and it's going back up, right? It's coming down and it's going back up. So let's see if this candle now is just gonna flip to maybe break above these highs, or if it doesn't break above these highs, then possibly we could see it looks to come back down to test these areas. But that's why we have the 215 zone, and the 215 zone, it doesn't have any bias really, but it just show you the direction that the market is wants to go based off the time zone, that the time you marked here, 215 zone. So let's see. All right, so let's jump down to the 5-minute time frame, because the 5-minute time frame is the time frame I basically look for entries on. So I'm going to explain to you what I'll be looking for today. However, Let's see if I can get up to 3K likes on TikTok, and as soon as I get to 3K likes on TikTok, then I will basically break down what I'm looking for today. So we're at 1.5K likes already, so we still need a 1.5K more to get to 3K, and as soon as I get to 3K, then at that point in time I will break down what I am looking for today and what I'll be doing once that happens here. So in the meantime, let me just take a picture here. In the meantime, let me just take a picture here. See if we can get those likes up. All right, come on, guys. We need to get up to 3K likes here on TikTok. Can't see where gold is pushing down right now. There was a echo yesterday, I believe, on the stream. Do we still have that echo? No, we don't have that echo. Okay. All right. So using the 215 technique, I'm basically going to be looking for entries here on the 5-minute time frame. All right. Now, this is the 215 zone. So ultimately, what I'll be looking to see happen and what I'll be doing when such thing plays out, right, is that I'll be looking for price to break below from the 215 zone, right? Test the 50-minute rejection area, okay? Retrace back to the 215 zone, right? Retrace back to the 215 zone with a candle close inside the 215 zone, okay? Followed by a rejection from the 215 zone and a close, okay, below the 215 zone. So if that movement does play out, that and I do get that second, well, that first candle close below the sell line, not exceeding that 50-minute rejection line, right? Then at that point in time, I will be interested in possibly trying for a short position here, right? Putting my stop loss just at the top of the zone, okay, and overall just pushing my TP to that 4-hour support on the lower end. All right, TP1 being at that 30-minute support, TP2 being at that 1-hour support. All right. Right. However, let's say the market decides that it doesn't want to move. Okay, let's say the market decides that it doesn't want to move in that motion. Let's say the market wants to flip and actually change and go to the other direction. Then what would I do in that instance? In that instance, right? If the market decides that it wants to go up instead of going down, I need to see price break above my 215 zone. So break out of my 215 zone, okay? It needs to break out of my 215 zone. It needs to test my 50-minute rejection area here, right? Then it needs to reject from that area back into the 215 zone with a candle close on the inside of the 215 zone. All right, once we get a candle close inside of the 215 zone, I'm then looking for a rejection from my 215 zone. So basically price pushing back again out of my 215 zone, closing above my buy line right here, closing above my buy line right here, not exceeding my 15-minute rejection price, then I would be interested, right? I would be interested in trying for a long position. In this instance, putting my stop loss just at the bottom here of my range, okay, and then pushing for my overall TP at that 4-hour resistance, which is something cents away in all fairness in this case. However, that's going to be what I'll be looking for anyways. And then my TP1 would be at my 30-minute resistance, TP2 at that 1 hour, and final TP at that 4-hour resistance, right? So that's basically what I'll be looking to capitalize on here today with the 215 technique. And that's why I have these areas highlighted, that 15-minute rejection area, because I need to see price properly tested. As we can see here right now, price is at that 15-minute rejection area here. Ideally, I would love to see this candle close below, but let's see what is going to happen if it can just flip and come down just a little bit more. I would really love to see that. Let's look at the 15 minutes and see what's going on. We do have that 15-minute candle that comes in and close in that area, but it didn't close below that 15-minute resistance. It didn't quite close below it. So if that 5-minute candle can just, if this candle can just flip and go back and test it, close up below that area, then I would be very happy with this test. It's sort of like exactly what happened yesterday on that miss entry. Because yesterday this similar situation came in where the price came in and this guessed it just like that, waited for the second candle to retrace, and it did not retrace for me to get a proper test. It just tanked. It started a pretty decent sell entry there yesterday on that, just because that the 15-minute rejection was not tested the way I would like to see it being tested. Remember as well, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the YT channel, that is 215 Trades, please definitely go ahead and do so. There does seems to be quite a bit of volume here in the markets today. It's Friday. Do we have any news coming out later on today in the New York session? Let's have a quick look at Forex Factory. No. How about yesterday? Yesterday we did have some news. We did have, news came out pretty good for the dollar yesterday. Tricky Friday. Fair enough, fair enough. Remember, guys, definitely do go ahead and subscribe to 215 Trades here. All of the videos are there from all my previous stream explaining the 215 technique as well. So do go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more and learn more about the 215 technique. It's now 6:51 a.m. here in the UK. I do go live on stream from Mondays to Fridays, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and that's on the UK time zone. All right. I need to see. I really genuinely want to see a 5-minute candle close below this 15-minute rejection area here, because if you look on the 50-minute time frame, there's no candles closing below it. And why I want to see a candle close below it then retrace is because at that support there's a lot of buying pressure, right? Sometimes it may not be strong enough to move the markets, but in this instance, I want to see that like there's a candle that closed below it, which shows to me that look, even though there's buying pressure at that support, I do have enough volume and momentum to actually push and go lower. So that's why I want this area to be tested properly with a 5-minute candle close below. It was basically the same thing I was waiting for yesterday, a clearer test of the area. However, when it tested it and retraced, it didn't come back. So let's see if we can get a plus setup here on this. Check the Telegram group. Yes. Come on, we need to get a candle close below that line. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame overall just to see what's been going on. So you see that there's still a pretty strong 30-minute support area right there, and still don't have a close. That is why I need to see it properly tested. I don't want to see it tested with just the wicks of the candles. I need to get a close below it, because if you look at look to the left here. You see this? You see all of this. That's a clean range. That's a clean range down. That's a clean range down. And price can actually burn through all of this going down. So if the price of gold is going to be pushing down, it's going to start from here. And if it does push down and the sell entry does get confirmed off the 215 zone here, we're basically in the beginning of the move to get all of that. So even if we get it down to that 4-hour the 4-hour support and price pushes down below that, that's even better. So let's see, just see what's gonna happen here. Just need to be patient. Wait for this area to be properly tested, wait for a decent retracement back to the zone and a rejection from the zone to continue that down move here as well. So for me, if price is below my 215 zone in this area, then I'll be looking for shorts. But if price is above in this area, then I'll be looking for long. So at this present moment right now, where price is right now, it's basically cooking up a short. As you can see, that's denoted by these white arrows. Remember guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, definitely do go so. That is 215 trades, where you can learn more about the 215 technique. If you want to see the full on chart here as well with all the prices and stuff as well, you would have to see it here as well. I am live there, and I do go live every day, Mondays to Friday. Hey FOREX, you all right? Thank you guys so much for those shares as well. We're at 5K likes. All right, guys. So my overall goal today is to see if we can get the likes up to about 10K. I will genuinely appreciate it. Lookman Abrams, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you guys are having a lovely Friday. The weather doesn't look so excited outside. I just actually now started to see the sun peep through the clouds, so that's good. That's good. I still, yeah, I have today is going to be a good day. I definitely have the feel that today is going to be a brilliant day today. Which pair? There it is. So if this candle closes in this area where it is trending right now, then that is good, right? Then all I have to do is to move my rejection, my alert to my 215 zone, and then I wait for price to interact with the 215 zone from here. Thank you for that follow, my friend. So I do gold and Euro USD, but I will start to do Euro USD again on Monday. We could actually even do Euro USD today. It doesn't make any difference, to be fair. It's a decent buy yesterday on the EU right here, and the break and close off that buy line right there to basically push it all the way up. All right, yeah, it's Friday, so we can do Euro USD today as well. Let's look at gold, see what gold is doing. All right, so this candle is going to close here, below here as well, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to move my alert now from that 50-minute rejection line. I'm going to put it to my sell line here on the 215 zone. So now that this 50-minute rejection line has been now properly tested, because we do have a candle close below it. So what I'm going to be waiting for now, let's remove this white arrow. What I'm going to be waiting for now is that for price to push back into the zone and reject from the zone, okay, for me to consider taking a short position here on XAU. On Euro USD, let's go for it. So this will be my POI here on EU. Still using the 215 technique here. Well, the principle of the 215 technique here on EU. What's that sound? Oh wow, I finally hit 2,500 subscribers on TikTok. Nice, 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 nice. Thank you guys so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The 215 technique here on EU needs to be tweaked a bit. That's why I had put it on a bit of a pause. But can still test it, can still try it, still track it, see. Come on, guys. We're still at 5K likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 7K. Not very far away. That's just 1,500 likes from now. So if you can just hit that like button and get those likes up, I would genuinely appreciate it, my friends. Now, what's to do some backtesting here on the EU entries. I haven't yet done it. Is yet the time. This is the 1 hour support. It's 1 hour resistance. What's gold doing? It's going down. It's a 4 hour. And that's the 4 hour here as well. Jump back to the 5 minute. Zone right there. So ultimately, the principle of doing it here is if price actually does come down and break below the zone, close below the zone, then you'd enter a short. If it goes below the zone, not too far away. And if it does the same thing on the reverse here as well, while closing above, then you go for a long there as well. All right, give me a minute here, guys, just a moment. All right, thank you guys. All right, I'm back. What's the chat saying? Gold is moving away now. Is it? Yeah, yeah, it is moving away from the zone. Yeah, can see that. What else did you say, YP? Hey, Dan. Oh, welcome, man. Hope they tipped you a lot today at work, my friend. How much is the 215 zone? The 215 zone is about 40 pips. Okay. Yeah, the 215 zone is about 40 pips. Down or up. Well, it depends on what you're looking at. Come on, guys. We're almost at 8K likes, my friends. Almost there. Almost there. Remember, guys, if you want the ultimate 215 experience to basically understand how I use the 215 technique for entries here on any pair, actually, definitely do go ahead and subscribe to 215 trades there as well on your screen. There it is, 215 trades. Definitely go ahead and subscribe there. I'm also live there as well. All right, good, guys. Come on, let's see if we can get those likes up to 8K, almost there. So basically, what has happened here is that we can see where price has now come down in this area and test this 15-minute rejection line. If we look on the 15-minute time frame, we finally have a 15-minute candle breaking below that area here as well. I can see where it's reacting to this little area here in the distance, but price has pushed down to test that 30-minute support. So right now, what I'm looking to see happen here is that I'm waiting for price now to retrace from these areas back into the 215 zone, right, with a candle close inside of the 215 zone, okay, and then reject from the 215 zone to confirm a sharp position. If it does do that, if it does do that movement, does do that price action movement, then ultimately I would be looking to indulge myself in a short position from these areas, putting my stop loss just at the top of the zone like so, and then just aiming for my full on TP at my 4-hour support. Now, when I was looking at the higher time frame, so if we went to the 30-minute time frame, right, if we went to the 30-minute time frame, you could clearly see here when you look to the left, right, when you look to the left, you can see here that in this distance, in this area here, right here, it's a very clean, it's a clean open range here, pretty clean open range here, which price can easily well melt through without actually rejecting as well. So it's pretty interesting to see how the market is going to react to these areas, and that's why I want to see price actually retrace and retest to that zone and reject from that 215 zone. On the hourly, it's also a clean range here as well. On the 4-hour time frame, it's just one massive candle as well, so we can see price actually pulling back through these areas, testing these areas, and then continue to go higher possibly. Now look at it. So if you look here, you can see where these ranges were clean as well. We did have price push through most of it, didn't take out all of it, but then this candle did take it out. This area was a clean range. We had one 4-hour candle that melted through all this range here. there. As you can see, this candle was a massive candle as well, and we also have these following candles which melted through this green candle here. Very clean open range here. So expecting to see the same thing happen. So let's see what's going to happen. If we go back to the 5-minute time frame now, it's now 7:12 a.m. here as well in the UK. Price is pushing back into the 215 zone. So let me just remove this for right now. So I need to see where price actually comes into the zone, closing the zone, and reject from the zone. So I don't necessarily have a bias. In all fairness, all I trade is basically how the price move or reacts to the 215 zone. So if it reacts to it and confirms a short, then I'll go for a short. I'll try for the short. If it reacts to it and confirm a long, then I'll try for the long and go for the long. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to 215 Trades, please definitely go ahead and do so. There's also the link to my Telegram group as well on the bio of the home screen. I'm from Nigeria. You have been holding. What price have you been holding from? 11 p.m. Not sure what time 11 p.m. is converted to my time. Not sure what time it is even there in Nigeria right now. I think Nigeria and UK is on the same time zone, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the case? I think so. I think Nigeria and UK is on the same time zone. No, I'm not in a position right now. But if it does confirm the price movement that I want to see, then yes, I probably will take a sharp position. 7 a.m. Yeah. All right, so we are in the same time zone then. So 11 o'clock my time is the same 11 o'clock your time. So this is basically the opening. So are you in a long? Are you in a short? If you are in a long, then it would only just be like a small drawdown now, because that's about, well, that's not so small. That's a 70 pip drawdown. See, price came in and reacted to this area here. And it's pushing back up to the zone. It's a pretty strong push here as well. Are you in a long, Yafa? I sent the image. So I sent the image in the Telegram group. So if you guys want to see the prices, if you can also come here, because it's all being shown here. So if you go here, you can see that. Yeah, go here, you'll see the price fully. Because I'm live here as well, 215 Trades. Additionally, you can join the Telegram group. The image was sent in the Telegram group with the price. 7:16 a.m. price has pushed into the zone, tested that point of interest area, and is pulling back now. So if price does come down and close, if the price does come down and close below the zone, then I'll be interested in trying for a short. So if price comes down and close in this area here, below the sell line, not exceeding that 15-minute rejection line, then I would be interested in trying for a short. What do you mean? There's no confirmation of the POI. This is the confirmation would be, so for an entry to be valid, you need to see a break, a test of the 15-minute rejection, and a rejection to the 215 zone, followed by a rejection from the 215 zone and candle close in this area here. So that's the confirmation. So basically, if the price is in the 215 zone now, it has done two things of the 15-minute of the sell confirmation. It has test and it has retrace, but it hasn't reject. Yeah, basically that's what I'd like to see, Benny. A sniper entry for a short if it does confirm the movement, because what we can look at, what we can clearly see here is that price tested the 50-minute rejection area, right? It's showing me that it does have the ability to go lower because it closed below that 50-minute rejection line, right? Even though it, you know, but it's pulling back into the zone right now. So if this was to reject from these areas and pull back down below the zone, then I would be interested in going for a short. But if it continues to if it continues to climb, and that's why I like the 215 technique, because it doesn't necessarily, there's no bias when it comes down to the 215 technique. It's really just how price react to the zone. So wherever price reacts to the zone, that is just the direction that I go in. Usually, because taking entries from the 215 zone will basically be going with the trend. So, well, with the trend at that time. 7:19 a.m. here in the UK. The London market does open in about 40 minutes. So we are some distance away here today. Oh wow, this seems like it's one of the biggest lives today. 129 persons that's on here on TikTok. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet joined the Telegram group, please definitely go ahead and do so. That's 215 Trades, and that's the home of the 215 technique. If you want to learn more about the 215 technique and how I use the 215 technique to basically look for entries here on gold. All right, come on, guys. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 12K likes. We only need 2,000 more to get into 12K likes here. There's a fair value gap on the 50-minute low. That's my exit minute. There's a fair value gap on the 50-minute low. That's my exit point. Fair value gap on the 50-minute low. What price is that fair value gap? The London market, it opens 8 o'clock. So it opens at 8 o'clock. So it should be 8 o'clock your time as well. So in 39 minutes now. That's, you see, a lot of persons as well. Whenever you wherever you are in the world, if you are trading, all right, if you are trading, my friend, you definitely have to know the important stuff, like news, right? What news affect the pair that you're trading, right? And you also need to know the market sessions, like what time the major market sessions open and all those fun stuff. So I use Forex Factory and my FX books to know when the news are coming out. I did check this morning. There isn't. I think today is a calm day in regards to news. Yeah, there isn't any news, high impact news coming out. Well, at 3 p.m. That's 3 p.m. UK time. There is some USD news coming up, but they're all I can't say the word orange. There is some medium impact news coming out. the prelim UAM consumer sentiment and inflation expectation that's coming out around 3 p.m. But those aren't high impactful. There still should be some volume in the market by these news, but not a whole lot because they're not from the popular side. It doesn't, though they don't quite have a high impact as well. But the thing is, my FX book though is saying that there's going to be high impact news coming out at 1:30 though. U.S. housing starts and U.S. building permits as well. So it depends on which one of these news outlets you use. This say yeah. So let's see. Let's see. So overall, looking at Forex Factory is saying it's going to be a calm day, but my FX book is saying, yo, we might actually do get some thunderstorms in the New York session. Well, I don't trade New York anyways, so thank you, Nipsey, for those gifts. Nice, really appreciate those. Do I have a broker deal? Well, anyone can get affiliated with a broker, if that's what you mean. But if you mean like I represent a specific broker in a sense and they give me crazy, no. But anyone can get affiliated with any broker. You just need to go on their website and sign up. That's all. But are you a broker? Do you want me to be affiliated with you? All right, come on, guys. So we need 1,000 more likes just to get to 12,000. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet joined the Telegram group, please definitely go ahead and join the Telegram group. Bobby Boy. That's a very cool handle. Shout out to you, Bobby Boy, wherever you are in the world. So as we can clearly see here, right, price tested that 15-minute rejection area. This has pulled back now into the zone, but is just consolidating around the lower segment of the zone. So I'm just waiting patiently just to see what's going to happen from here, okay? Why am I wearing a mask? For entertainment, my guy. For entertainment. Because you're definitely gonna remember this mask. Oh, you're gonna say to maybe a girl or your guy later on today, you know, I was watching this guy on TikTok who was, you know, looking at the charts in a mask. He was hilarious, but he had a very interesting strategy, you know. I don't remember what's it's called, and then you're gonna go back to all of your streams that you've watched today and say, "Oh, I found him," and then you're gonna share it, right? And then that's one additional person who knows about the 215 technique or knows about the 215 trades channel. So it's all entertainment, my guy. I don't know, Pinto. Genuinely don't know. You like my accent? Nice. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Where do you think I'm from? Where do you think my accent is from? Come on, guys. We need to get to 12K likes. We need to only, as a matter of fact, let's see if we can get the likes up to 15,000. 15,000 likes, I genuinely appreciate it. We're at 11K right now, so we need 4,000 likes just to get there. No, actually, I'm not from London. The accent is from, well, I have roots probably coming from Nigeria, yeah, but not from Nigeria. Come on, guys, let's see if we can get those likes up to 15K. All right, looking at it now. So I am, I am. But come on, guess where I'm from? Guess where I'm from? All right, so we have price tested that area. It has already tested that 15-minute rejection area and has retraced into the zone. However, it hasn't confirmed a sharp position just yet. It's now 7:28 a.m. here as well in the UK. We do have the London market opening in about 30 minutes here as well. So price is now pushing up to the upper segment of the 215 zone. If it's in this area, right, then all I have to basically do is to wait. At this point in time, I can only do just that. Just wait for it just to test these areas here. So it has to test these 15-minute rejection area, retrace, confirm for me to be interested in trying for a long in this scenario. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. All right, we're at 12K likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 15K. We're almost there. Come on, guys. You were just guessing where's my accent from, but no one has got it correct just as yet. Remember as well, if you haven't yet joined the Telegram group is in the bio. And also my YouTube channel is here at 215 Trades. If you haven't yet subscribed, should be doing some work over the weekends on improving certain aspect of what I do here and how I offer the technique to you guys. So might be seeing some more. You might be getting more from the Telegram group. Yeah. Price is moving above the zone now. Ibu is in the UK, I guess. No, not quite. I don't know. Persons have seen me before and said they think I am Ibu, but no. I'm actually from the Caribbean. That's why I have this sexy accent. No history creator. No, I'm not in any positions yet. Now, in order for me to take any positions, right? In order for me to take any positions, there are a few things that have to happen, right? For me to basically take a position. So for me to take a short position, right? I have to see where price break, test this area, retrace, then reject. It hasn't closed below here before. It has tested and retraced, but it hasn't rejected. But it's now pushing towards the upper half now of my 215 zone. So in this area, I'm now basically looking for buys now. So price has to push up, test, reject, retrace, all of that. I do have a lot of viewers and supporters in South Africa. So big shout out to you, Root. Big shout out to you. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. I don't know if it's Friday morning or Friday night there, but whatever time zone it is, definitely have. I hope you're having a lovely day. Which one of the African countries have this? They have Rolex. They have Rolex there, but Rolex isn't. It isn't. It isn't a. It's not like the watch. It's not the brand Rolex, but it's a food. Uganda, Uganda. Yes, 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 yes. Uganda, Uganda, Uganda. Oh, you're from Uganda. Oh, shout out to you. Shout out. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. The Rolex. I saw it the other day and I was like, damn. That's very creative, you see. I do have about 4 friends in Uganda. 9:35 a.m. there. Nice. So you guys are in the future already, so that's good. It's brilliant. Price is back to this area here. You know what's a good thing though as well is that buy line and that sell line lands on supports and resistance, so that's good. Yeah, well, gold is just doing its thing as normal. You know how gold gets. So now you see that. So this is one of the key reasons as to why I do a retest when it comes on to the 215, because even though you would, if I had done a go, you would have caught some pips, maybe about 20 pips or so, maybe. But he's always have to wait for that rejection from the zone. No rejection confirmed here. Now price is pushing on the top side of the zone. So now I'm basically looking for buys now in this instance, but I have to wait for price to test, do it the same thing, and we have to wait for a test, rejection, test, retrace, rejection. Oh my gosh, there's 150 persons on here. Wow. You can't see the charts. Well, I believe if you're on TikTok, you might need to rotate your screen to landscape to see the full chart. But if you can't see the pricing of the charts, it's not being shown on TikTok. But if you want to see it, you have to go here because I'm live here as well. So if you want to see the charts, then you can go here. You will be able to see it. You won't be missing out on like the TikTok interaction because if you look here, you will have the chat right here as well. What's wrong with the mask? What is wrong with the mask? There's nothing wrong with the mask, bro. The mask is just here for entertainment, my guy. What's wrong with the mask? Is there something wrong with the mask, my friends? Let me know what is so wrong with the mask. The mask is cool. Thank you, Parker Dogs. Oh, Nunes, you. Welcome, the Nunes. Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Have you been keeping up? How has life been treating you? Working, bro. Yeah, I know it, bro. I know it. Accent, Guyana or Trinidad? No, Trinidad. I've never heard a guy. Oh no, of course I know a Guyanese accent. No. I don't have those accents. Wear a black mask. I do have a black mask, but I rotate. So there are a lot of assorted colors. If you want to see me in a black mask, come to the streams on Mondays. I'll be wearing a black mask on Mondays. I might be letting out my hair next week though, so yeah, you can. Now I have 4 days off, so I can do. But you get 4 days off on the weekend. You get 4 days off on the weekend. Well, I'll be looking for buys. Only if price breaks above the zone and tests this 15-minute rejection area here. So if it breaks above the zone and tests this 15-minute rejection area here with a body candle close, right? If it closes here with a body candle close, followed by a rejection from that 15-minute rejection area here, back into the zone with a candle close on the inside of the zone, right? Then I'll be followed by not only that a close in the zone, followed by a rejection from the zone, then a candle close above the zone, not exceeding the 15-minute rejection. Then at that point in time, then I will be interested in possibly trying for a long position here. All right, and pushing it towards the full TP at my 4-hour resistance, which is about 100 pips away. TP1 though would be at that 30-minute resistance, TP2 at that 1-hour resistance, and TP3 at that 4-hour resistance. Four on, 4 off. That's not too bad though. But that's quite good. But that seems unstable, as in not unstable. It just seems. What's the word? So you don't. Well, maybe you know the days that so you know beforehand like what days you're gonna get. I think when I was back in Jamaica and I used to work, I don't know my shift for the next week until the ending of 1 week. So it's like it was pretty hard for you to plan like what you're going to be doing next week, because you have to wait until the weekend to know your shift for next week, and then sometimes you don't even get the weekends and all that stuff. You're working nights and all of that stuff. So it wasn't consistent. I think that was the word I was looking for. Yeah, it doesn't is consistent and all that. Well, 4 days off back to back is not bad. And if you're not doing like some late nights, so you do get to sleep. So you go in from morning to morning. No, not from morning to morning. Oh, that's horrible. But if you go in from, let's say, 8 a.m. in the morning and you're off at 5, then that's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good. But big shout out to all the 9-to-5s, because we have to do all these 9-to-5s to support our lifestyle, though, do we? Really? It's that bad? So 4 day, that then off, four, then 4 on night, then off. Uh, oof. Damn. That shadow will do you dirty. Yeah, that shadow will do you dirty. Yeah, it is gonna mess it up. It is gonna mess it up. Cause when I first started working, like when I got out of college and I started working, my shifts that was back home in Jamaica. My shift was like from when I was working at a call center at that time. My shift started from 7 a.m. No, not 7 a.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. and then I come off I think like 3 or 4 a.m. In the morning. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, yeah. So I come off like 3 a.m. in the morning, and then you have to take some sketchy late night bus driver, um, from the call center to take you home like an hour away home as well. So yeah, I know what you mean. And then after that, like my sleep pattern was horrible, because then I sleep every day in the day. I'm just sleeping out the day, and as soon as I wake up, I'm off again to work. What the helly is a 215? The 215 is my technique. So it's my proprietary technique that I created, and it's the only technique that I use to trade gold. What the 215 technique basically does is that it uses the value of two to basically identify the buy and sell areas here on gold. Come on, guys, we're almost at 20k likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 20k. We're currently at 15k right now. So if you want to learn more about the 215, you can stay on, follow, subscribe, join the Telegram here as well, and also you can go here and you can view all of my previous videos that explains how the 215 technique work. It's now 7:45 a.m. here in the UK. We do have the London market open in 15 minutes. Additionally, as well, I do go live from 6:30 a.m. To 8:30 a.m. As well. So we do have at least 45 minutes left here on stream. We don't have much action going on just as yet. We do have where price did test that rejection on the sell side, retraced to the zone, but it didn't confirm a short. But now we have price in the upper segment here of the 215 zone. So based in this area, price would have to push above from the 215 zone, test that 50-minute rejection area here first, then a retracement to the zone and retraction from the zone for me to consider going for longs right now. So this is where the price action is currently waiting. I now have to wait for London to open to see what the London price action is going to do. Thank you, Pause, for joining the Telegram. I hope you also subscribe to the channel here as well. How I determine the top 15-minute rejection from your buy line. You measure 15 pips from your buy line. So 15 pips from your buy line will give you the 15-minute rejection, or you can just look for a 15-minute resistance, which would be in these areas, the closest one to it. Hope that explains it, but let me know if you need me to deep dive. Bro, what's going on? I wouldn't say it's gonna fall. We don't know for sure if it's going to fall. It can rise as well. It can surely rise as well. Thank you, man, for that, Rose. The news. Have you read the news? News on what? There's so much news coming out. News on what? You got to be specific. Did news come out on the specifically to the market, specifically to gold, specifically to me? I believe it's gonna go down to 3320. Okay, if it goes down to 3320, I don't have a problem with that. As long as it just takes me with it. That's what I was talking about. On gold, on Trump decision to not create interest rate. Really? Thank you for that, heart me. Timokul. Timokul. I don't know if that's Japanese, Korean, or whatever the case may be. However, it just reminded me when does you guys let me know if there are any anime fans here. When does Demon Slayer release again? When does the movie Demon Slayer release? And the previous data was good, so for the dollar. Do you use I use investing.com. They're getting annoying now. Yesterday they were like going crazy. Was it yesterday? When was it that? I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it the day before? Yeah, I do, but I haven't read any of the news on there, so I might be a little bit behind. In all fairness. Coleman, you miles looking good. Thank you, Coleman. Thank you so much. How are you doing today, my friend? Yeah, today's the 18th of July. I'm guessing that's not the question you're asking, but oh, damn! Look at the TikTok numbers, bro. 170 plus. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. So okay, so Demons. But today is the 18th of July, so Demon Slayer is coming out today. Are you pulling my leg? No, it's not that. Are you sure? Are you sure that Demon Slayer is coming out today, the 18th of July? I'm gonna Google this. Google.com. Demon Slayer release date. Bro, you just got my hopes up for nothing, man. It's not coming out the 18th. It says it's coming out the 12th of September. Bro. You know, bro, come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm pretty sure that you don't even watch anime. All right, you need to find the rejection points and go the are you bearish or bullish at 215 trades, Danny. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Danny. But did you say something before that I need to reply to? No, you didn't say anything before. I've never heard of Nezuko. I've never seen that one before. Danny, cats and dogs sniffing a dog. Oh, you do watch anime. So why would you do me that? Why would you hype me up like that? Telling me that it's coming out today when you know for sure it's not coming out today. Come on, guys. We're almost at 20k likes. We're just at 15k likes now. So let's see if we can get those likes up. Oh, she's a character. Sometimes I genuinely don't remember the names. Since the only anime that I do know the names for is like DBZ, Naruto, and that's just it. Those mainstream ones. I can't remember the names of the other characters in any of the other animes. I'm genuinely just there for the fighting action. I'm from the era where I'm from the Karachi era where, you know, when hand-to-hand combat is going on, you hear those sounds. Yeah, that's me. So that's all I want to see happening. All right, 7:53 a.m. We do have London market opening in 7 minutes here as well. We currently have the price above the 215 zone here, so that's really good. Thank you guys so much for those rows and those likes as well. Today's the biggest stream we've had so far since we've been here on this channel. Additionally as well, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to 215 Trades, please definitely go ahead and do so. Additionally as well, the Telegram group is on the description of the group of the TikTok, so just go ahead and join as well so you can receive my notifications as well starting next week. Once I take any entries, I will be letting you guys know what I'm looking at and what I'm expecting in the Telegram group. So if you're up for it and you want to be a part of that movement, definitely do go ahead and join the Telegram group. You go for no, I'm not going for anything right now. The market is bearish or bullish. I don't know, Danny. It depends on how you look at it. Now, because let's say if you look at the 15-minute, it might say that it's bullish. 30-minute might say the same thing. 1 hour might say the same thing. 4 hour might say the same thing. The daily saying the same thing. So, which one are you going to go with? Right now, price is at the top of the zone. It's looking to test that 15-minute rejection area. You just tested it, but you only tested it with a wick, so I'm waiting for a body candle close. So if I do get a body candle close above the 15-minute rejection line, followed by a retrace to the zone and a rejection from the zone, there's 4. All right, then, because people have been trying to clone me for the longest while since I've introduced this thing to TikTok, bro. People have just been trying to clone me for the longest while. So that's why if you want to join the Telegram group, you have to use the link, the direct link that is on my TikTok page or on the YT page at 215 Trades. You have to use that direct link. I've been in those groups and I've seen the crap that they post in there. So join the Telegram from my can I translate that? Yeah. Hello. Hi. I don't know which language that is. But you just sent hello. You also send those roses as well. Thank you. Hello to you too. That's neat though. Have a built-in thingy there that translates stuff. It's Japanese. Ah, how do you say hello in Japanese? Arigato. No. Arigato is thank you. How do you say hello? How do you say hello in Japanese? Arigato is thank you. How do you say hello in Japanese? Is it konnichiwa? Konnichiwa. Nice. What price did you enter that? What price did you enter that long? See what they're saying now. They're saying hello again, so they're spamming again. All right. 339. You entered at 339. 339. Where is 339? 33. Nice. That's good. It's not too far from where we are right now, but that's still good. Because the flavor of the market seems to be changing now, because previously we were almost waiting for a short, but now as you can now see, the price is above the 215 zone here now, testing that 15-minute rejection price. And if it does close in this area, then that's a good area to say that this area has been tested. So I need to wait for a retracement and rejection from the zone to basically go for a long. What if it doesn't come back to retest the 215 zone? Then I don't get an entry. That's just how it is. So it's not every day I'm going to get an entry based off the 215 technique. If it doesn't come back and test it, and that, you know, if it continues to climb, it just continues to climb. But I can also look for an entry too from the 4-hour resistance or the 1 hour or even the 30-minute resistance as well. Could look for an entry too for a short. So London market opens in 2 minutes. Well, a minute and a half. So let's see what's gonna happen. Thank you for those roses. 170 plus. Nice. So we just need 4,000 just to get to 4,000 likes just to get to 20K. So if you haven't yet done so, please go ahead and hit the like button. Yes, and for my zombie fans here as well, have you guys seen the new zombie movie on Netflix? I believe it's called Liam. Is it Liam or is it Shiam? What was the name of it? What was the name of that zombie movie here on Netflix? Let me Google it. No, I don't want to go on Netflix.com. Is it? I think it's called Liam. 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 Zombie movie. Liam. Or is it Zion? I think it's Zion. Zion zombie movie. Netflix. I think it's Zion. Yes, it's Zion. Yeah, it's the latest zombie movie, and it was quite good. Very, very good. Really, 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 really. They give it 4.9. That's a lie. It deserved more than that. That's a lie. It deserved more than that. IBM gave it 4.9. It deserved more than that. I think the Asian does they really do a great job when it comes on to zombie movies so far. In all fairness, because majority of the new releases are coming from the Asians, and I just love it. Now, looking here at gold, we finally now have a test of that 15-minute rejection line. Not only do we have a test here on the 5-minute time frame, but we also have a close above that area here. So I'm just going to move my alert here from that 15-minute rejection line here. And right now, all I need to wait to see happen here is a pullback to the zone and a rejection from the zone to confirm a long position. Or if price does come down and close below the zone as well, that will be a short because it already done the test and retracement here as well. So let's see what's going to happen now. It's now 8:01 a.m. here in the UK. I am going live up until 8:30, so we do have 29 minutes left here on stream. So let's see what is going to happen today. Yeah, Paul, Zion. Yeah, it's called Zion. It's a very good movie. I do watch a lot of movies. And when I say a lot of movies, I do watch a lot of movies. Thank you guys for those likes. Remember as well, if you haven't joined the Telegram group, please definitely go ahead and do so. The links are in the bio of my TikTok page, and is also on my YT page here as well at 215 Trades. Ultimately as well, if you haven't yet subscribed to 215 Trades, please go ahead and do so. That is 215 Trades over there on YT. No, I'm waiting for a retracement to the 215 zone, followed by a rejection from the 215 zone to basically go for a long. If you're on the channel for the first time, if this is the first time you're seeing the 215 technique, put 215 in the chat. Let me see, and I'll just do a brief explanation of what the 215 technique is all about, so you guys can understand. So if you're new and you only seen this 215 technique for the first time, I think my YouTube viewers may know it, but for my TikTok viewers, if you're only seeing it for the first time, just put 215 in the chat, and I'll just give a brief explanation of what the technique is. Okay, good. Brilliant. So we do have a lot of new members on here. Okay. All right. Now, Firstly, if you guys are new, if you're new to the 215 channel, if you're seeing this technique for the first time, first thing I want you guys to do is to join the Telegram group. The Telegram group is in the description of my handle, right? It's on my profile page, basically is what I'm saying, right? Second thing that you would need to also do is to subscribe to the TikTok page, right? Subscribe to the TikTok page or follow the TikTok page, whichever word you want to use, and also follow 215 Trades here, right? Now, I do go live every single day from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. every morning from Mondays to Fridays. And here you can see over a year worth of recorded videos on the strategy. Now, in short, what the 215 technique basically does is that it uses the value of 2 to identify the buy and sell entries on gold. And well, it depends on how you want to use it. You want to use it whether you want to use there are quite a few entry models to it. So you have 3 entries that you can take. You can take an entry go, or you can take a retest entry, a 215 retest entry, or you can do an entry 2. So this is the 215 zone here. I think the fastest way is just to show you how you can quickly find the 215 zone. So let's say I look at gold on the different charts. So how I get my 215 zone, because you guys just came on here and you're only seeing the 215 zone, right? So you don't know how I got this 215 zone, right? So the first step of identifying your 215 zone is that once you're marking out your charts, once you come on your charts and you're looking at your charts, whatever price gold is trending at that specific time, you're just going to highlight that price, and that price is basically going to be called your point of interest. Okay, once you have your point of interest, you're then going to basically measure $2 below your point of interest. So $2 below your point of interest, so your point of interest is at 3342.8. So if you measure $2 below your point of interest, you should basically get the same thing here. Okay, and then this is going to be your sell line, right? And then you measure $2 above your point of interest. So if it's 3342, it's going to be 3344.8, and then this is going to be your buy line. That was mathematically incorrect. So this should be 3340, sorry, for the sell line. Now, once you have done that, you basically have done the most important part of it. And then in this area here, right, in this area here would be your 215 zone. You don't take any entries in your 215 zone. You take entries outside, or you take entries through your 215 zone, but you don't take entries in your 215 zone. In your 215 zone is basically a no-go zone. So you take entries on the break above or a break below. You can do the 215 go. The 215 go is where you take an entry with the first candle that breaks out of the zone, right, whether it breaks out above, right? Or you can, instead of doing that entry, you can do a retest entry where price breaks below, text, retrace, then reject, which is basically what I am doing now. So I don't really use the go much. I use the retest. I use the retest method from the 215 zone, right? There's also another entry as well, which I call, so these entries so the entries that we're taking from the zone, from the 215 zone, these entries are called entry ones. So they're basically entry ones, right? And there's also entry twos. So entry ones, they go with the trend. However, you do have entry twos, which goes against the trend. So let's say that this area here was a 4-hour support. Let's say that this area was a 4-hour support, which I think it is. Price was coming down. As you can see here, price was coming down, right? And then basically you would enter here off that bounce from that 4-hour support, basically from the rejection of that 4-hour support. So you're basically you're going against that downtrend, right? So the entry twos are basically rejections from either support or resistance, and the entry ones are basically breakout entries from the 215 zone. So in short, that's just a crash course on the 215 technique. But ultimately, if you want to see a more detailed approach to the 215 technique, then you definitely have to go ahead and subscribe to 215 Trades here on YT, and you can see all my previous videos as well. It will explain to you all the time frame, all the time zones, and all those fun stuff, and you would understand it a little bit more if you look at it. Now, as I just explained, I'm using the 215 retest, so I'm waiting for price to pull back in the zone and retract from the zone. So far, as you can see, price is now pushing up aggressively from the zone. Sometimes you don't get a retracement and price just continues to push, but we can always remember that you can always take an entry too. You don't have to take an entry too from a resistance. From a support, you can also take it from a resistance. So if price continues to push up into these 1 hour, 1 hour 30-minute, 4 hour resistance, I can always look to get a sell from those areas if the pattern just formulate. But looking at it now, gold is pushing, and I'm still just waiting here for a rejection or retracement back to the 215 zone. Hopefully it happens though in the next 20 minutes or so before the ending of the stream, so I can show you guys how I take that entry. But if not, then if you tune in again next week, I shall definitely be back here again, because I do go live from Mondays to Fridays, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. London time. Oh, you trade oil as well. I didn't know that, Nunes. Price is pushing up aggressively. We just had a MSS mark. That's market structure shift, right? And the 15-minute. You're talking about the break of this 15-minute resistance right here. Well, if it's a market structure shift, would you had enter based off that initial break, or would you wait for a retest of that area? Yeah, Brent and gold, they're all connected. When one goes up, the other goes up. Nice. But gold is going up now and it's falling. Okay, so you basically so we're practically waiting for the same thing, even though you're using, is that SMC or ICT? I don't know them different. Don't know it different. Come on, guys, we're almost at 20k likes. We just need 3k more to get there. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna have some water here. Don't want to drink on stream, so TikTok gets the wrong idea. Okay. Yeah, waiting for a retest. And both right now, gold just being gold. Yeah, manipulation. Yeah, absolutely. Um. Mhm. Just took a sell at 3340, hit a sell. I can see why. I can. No, well, not at 3340, because 3340 is all the way here. If you had taken a sell in this area, I would understand. But 3340, no, because at least this is a 30-minute resistance, and you can see each time price came here two times already and rejected. So if you had taken a sell here, I would understand. There's one rule I have. Well, I have multiple rules, but if let's say I see green candles, there's no way I can take a sell on a green candle. Or if I see a red candle, there's no way I can take a buy. It's like it just looks wrong. Yeah, it just looks wrong to me. So if I see all these green candles coming down, all these red candles coming down, there's no way I would take a buy until I at least see a green candle. Oh yeah, gold is just being gold right now. Look at that. Push through the zone, didn't retrace. How nice. How lovely. Bam, today has been one of the biggest lives I've seen in a while. Oh wait, weren't I looking at EU? Crap, where is it? Forgot all about that. I didn't get that alert. I didn't see that alert until just now. Yeah, that just hit that. DXY, what's DXY doing here? Still there for you anyways. DXY is still pushing down. So we could be seeing EU continue to go higher. No, but this zone, this range is not actually there. It should be here now. That's where that should be. Yeah, it's almost at coming into that range anyway. So there's going to be a rejection here on EU. So if you're going to look for any entries, I have to put this alert not there, but back on that point of interest. If it comes back down to the point of interest, then I'll be interested in it. Alright, let's go. You too, good, buddy. My first time ever with you. Thank you, James. What do you have to say so far? Do you like what you've learned so far, James? Has it been good? The market is overbought, so I think we can get a retest, or maybe it will push a little bit more. Well, let's see. Let's see. Why do you look at day? Why do I look at day? Chizzy? What do you mean? Why don't I look at the daily time frame? What do you mean? Come on, guys. We're at 17k likes, my friend. We're at 17k likes. Come on, we just need to get to 18k. I mean DXY. Yeah, I don't trade currencies. Well, I don't if I'm trading any currency at all, I'm going to be changed. I have to track the index of the reverse pair. So if I'm trading the EU, I'm going to be tracking the movement of the US dollar. So basically, DXY is basically the US dollar. US dollar, it whatever direction that DXY is going in, then EU should be going in the opposite direction. So what I would normally do is that DXY, I would come on DXY, I would come on DXY. That's yeah. So if I'm on I would look at the 50-minute time frame, right? First, I would identify the support and the resistance areas and basically call them zones. So each of these lines will basically be zones, right? Once I've identified these zones, right, I do know that each time DXY tries to pass into another zone, there's going to be a bit of resistance and a little bit of a pullback. So that's why I was saying DXY is coming down to this area here right now, and I'm pretty sure that EU may actually have a bit of a pullback down to that point of interest. I'm going off the fact that there's going to be a bit of a resistance here, because at supports there's a bit of buying pressure, and whenever DXY is moving into a new zone, there's always a little bit of a rejection. So when there's a rejection here on DXY, I might be seeing the price being pulled back a bit, and if price is pulling back on DXY, then there should be the opposite going on here. On why do I think that DXY is actually here versus it's actually down here, but it's actually the same thing though. So it is, you can see, all right, look, so just where I put that line, you see where it's reacting to that, like that border, and it's pulling back now, and that's why EU is doing that. So that's why I tracked it. So if I was trading GBP JPY, right, then I would be trading, I have to be looking at the yen basket as well. It means the same thing for gold. However, it's more straightforward when you're using the XY and the currencies, when you're using the indexes and the currencies, versus when you're using it on gold, because gold is more is an emotional traded pair. In all fairness, a lot of emotions is all wrapped up, tied up, and bungled up in gold. So even though DXY might be doing its thing, right, and you were saying that, okay, then that means then that gold should be going down. Not necessarily, because gold is just crazy. Sometimes if it's like high impact news, well, yeah, it may move it, but on a regular day, it's like it's really delayed, and it does take some time for a move on DXYs to translate over onto gold. So I don't use DXY on gold that much. So I only use DXY when it comes on to pairs, like currency pairs that is traded against the US dollar. But you guys can definitely look into it. So if you guys trade any currency pair against the US dollar, just have a look at it. So the next time, let's say you're trading EU, or you're trading any currency pair that has the USD next to it, just look at DXY, right? Just look at DXY. Let's look at DXY and look at the movement of DXY, and look what it translates to your on your currency pair. Javed Torium lost. Right, so just look at that. So that's some homework for you guys. If you've never done this before, if you've never tracked this before, then just have a look at it. So you see DXY was going into this little zone here, the border here, and it's now pushing back up. But you don't see that happening here on gold. We could be looking for an entry 2 here though. Could be looking for an entry 2 setup here from that 1 hour resistance. So let's see. Haven't had a decent entry 2 in a while though. If you're doing USD JPY, then you need to look at the yen basket. So whatever comes at the end, so whichever currency is at the end, that's the index for that pair that you would have to watch. So I believe, so if let's say you're doing USD GBP, then you'll be looking at the GBP basket. If you're using if you're doing USD JPY, then you'll be looking at the yen basket. So whichever currency pair is at the end, that's the index for that one that you would correlate with what you're trading. Come on guys, just 2k likes more to get to 18k. It's also 18:22 a.m. here in the UK here as well, and we're actually looking to go until 8:30. So we do have 8 minutes left here on stream. Sadly, we hadn't had any confirmations off the 215 zone. So let's see. Remember guys, if you haven't yet followed the YT page. That's 215 trades. Please definitely go ahead and do so. That's 215 trades. And if you haven't joined the Telegram group as yet, definitely go ahead and do so. And thank you guys so much for the follow and the likes over there on TikTok and also on YouTube. The 1 hour support. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame just to see what it's doing here. Yeah, looking at this, the next best strong selling motion is actually here though at 3354. Buy momentum is pretty strong here. We don't have any retracement, and even if we look at the Heikin-Ashi candles here as well, Heikin-Ashi candles still saying that there's no sellers here right now. There's no active seller. No active seller here right now. Because the Heikin-Ashi candles, if there were sellers like coming into play in the market, what you will begin to see is that you'll start to see bottom wicks being formed on the green candles. Well, let's say that buyers were coming into play on the red candles, you'd see top wicks. But there's none of that right now. So this is just showing me right now that it's a pretty strong up move, as you can see. But the sellers are pretty weak in this instance. Unless it starts to form, like it starts to show signs of weakness, like a wick coming down. But we do have, this is the first 5-minute candle closing here on that 1 hour resistance. And entry 2 would be perfect right here as well if it does confirm it. So if we get 2 candles rejecting from that 1 hour resistance going in the opposite direction, then that will be a decent entry 2 confirmation here for a short if the market so wills it. It's now 8:26 a.m. here in the UK. All right, so we only have 4 minutes left here at the end of the stream, and basically I'll be off stream, but I'll be back on Monday. So I do go live Mondays, from Mondays to Fridays. Yeah, if you don't see an error position, you don't take it. It is Friday as well. We don't have to force it as well. Yeah, where was I? So I go live every day, Mondays through Friday for 2 hours, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. UK time, so you can do the conversion in your time zone. All right, I do go live on TikTok, and I also go live on YouTube every single day. I do have my Telegram group. My Telegram group is in the profile on my profile page, so if you want to be a part of that Telegram group, then you can definitely just click and join it for free. Additionally as well, all my links are on my YouTube page, so if you want to go and watch some of my previous videos to see how I use the 215 technique, to basically see all my losses, see all my wins on stream, you can definitely do go there. If you have any questions as well, you can always send me a message on Telegram or even on TikTok as well. All right, so it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any entries here today on stream. What happened is that price did come down below the 215 zone, tested that 15-minute rejection line, did retrace into the zone. Was waiting for a rejection from the zone. We didn't get a rejection from the zone as price continued to push through the zone, testing that 15-minute rejection on the buy side. However, what price did afterwards is that it didn't actually retrace to the zone, but what it did is that it continued to push above. I only hold trades on the personal account, but not on the prop accounts because the prop firms that I use they don't allow me to hold trades over the weekend. Right. So price has tested that area, did not retrace to the zone, did not close in the zone. So right now I'm just waiting here where it is. We could be getting an entry two for a short in this area here, an entry two position. Basically is where if we get two rejecting candles from a resistance or a support, not exceeding above 15 pips. So maybe something like so. And then you could try for it to go for a short position to maybe take the price back down to the zone. All right, so it's now 6:30 a.m. here, my friends and my families. I really do enjoy today. Today has been a very amazing stream. Today is the biggest stream actually since creating this new account, so I really do appreciate it. All right, thank you guys so much for the follow. Thank you for all the likes, all the shares, and for every single person who interacted with me in the chat, and for those persons who were just watching silently, just learning and saying, oh, what the hell is this crazy guy doing, right? Thank you. So the prop firms that I use, I do futures, and I also do prop as well, which is FTMO. FTMO is my main my main prop account. But yeah, I use Bullnox and FTMO. Don't like Bullnox though. Don't like Bullnox. So what I'm actually gonna do is that I'm going to just get some few get to the payouts on the well, I just started Bullnox actually a few weeks ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And I've passed the challenges. However, I'm now working on the account to get a payout. But they have the safety threshold thing, which doesn't make sense to me because I was originally on FTMO. FTMO doesn't have those things. So I forgot, I didn't quite understand it. Now I understand it, and I don't like that rule. So I'm basically just gonna take that account to the payout and then leave them. But yeah, it's been good, guys. It's been great. 120 followers, over 160 persons on here today. Appreciate it. All right. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you, and I will see you guys next week on Monday at 6:30 a.m. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the day as well, and stay safe, my friends. And happy trading.